Well, good morning, everybody, from Tampa, Florida. It's Sunday, February 27th, and we are headed up to Noonan, Georgia, to the new Kellogg's facility, which I filmed a little bit on the last video. It's a brand new 1 million square foot facility, and I hope I got this microphone fixed, because the last few videos I've had to add audio and stuff like that because my microphone, I don't know if it was the microphone or the camera, the GoPro or what, but I think I figured it out. I just have to unplug the microphone, which is a known problem, which GoPro, I don't know what the deal is, they don't seem to fix it, but it's a known problem where you got to unplug the microphone before every use that you set it up. So I don't know the deal. I don't know if it has to do with the remote or it has to do with the remote itself, like remoting to the camera, or the camera itself. I don't know. But in any case, so it's Sunday, and it's so far an eventful morning. No traffic, and so just a little update on the delivery I had. And again, I don't know how much audio was out there about this, but I had a pickup on Thursday that delivered at 11 o'clock on Friday night. And I don't like doing deliveries that late because I like to leave early in the morning, so that's a long day. So they were trying to get another person to take that load from me, meaning I would bring it back to Lakeland, they would deliver it to Sam's Club. Well, I ended up having to do it. In any case, I knew it was going to happen, so I think I took it there around 10 o'clock. Actually, it was like 9:30, because you can get there 3 hours early. So I got there. They didn't have a door for me right away. They were really busy, too. So I was like, well, I guess I'm going to sit and rot. So I parked in the staging area. Pretty much all distribution centers have staging areas, so if you get there, they don't have a door for you, just park in a certain section. So I did that, and I was just ready to just kick back, maybe watch a movie or something, and I got a phone call right away. And I'm talking, that time frame was only about 10 minutes. And she said, I have a door for you. I'm like, okay. So I went and put it in the door, and I thought this is going to be hopefully really quick, because I only had 6,000 pounds, which is nothing. And it was just a half a truckload, and just single layer, not double stacked pallets or anything. So I'm like, this is going to be good. Nope. 2.5 hours later. So I think I got out of there somewhere around 12:30, maybe 12:45 in the morning. So I went home after that. So I got back to the yard, I guess, about 1:30, and then went home, and then I just couldn't sleep right away. So I went, just hung out, watched some TV, and I think I finally got to bed around maybe 3:30, 4 o'clock, something like that. And the family's all up early, so I slept in a little bit. I think I slept until 9 o'clock or something like that. So I got a little bit of sleep. But yesterday I did get a chance to take a nap. So, because I was just kind of groggy all day yesterday. And then took the family out to dinner last night. So we went to a brand new seafood restaurant called the Rolling Pin, I think it's called. And it was really good. It was a seafood boil, which I haven't seen places really that have done seafood boils. So it comes out in this nice bag, and you get to choose what you want: scallops, shrimp, mussels, all that kind of stuff. So king crab legs, lobster tail, kind of the pricey side, but it was good. So I took the family and took our son's girlfriend with us. So we had a good dinner. A little pricey, but it was okay. I don't mind paying the price for food as long as the food's good. So, in any case, we're crossing over the Hillsborough River here. We crossed it back there too, so it kind of swings around. But that's about it for now. So what I'll do is I'll catch back up with you folks later. Just gonna test to make sure this microphone works, and we'll catch up with you. We're gonna probably do a break up in Cordell, Georgia. I've been stopping at a Pilot up there, just doing my break. It's on the right-hand side. Well, you know what? Now I think about it, I need fuel. So I don't know what I'm going to do. I'll get fuel somewhere, I guess. I like to do my lunch break and my fuel at the same time, but I get points at Love's, not Pilot, so I don't know what I'm going to do. In any case, oh, and I forgot to tell you folks, at the very beginning I started talking about the load I had on Friday. So I got this load yesterday, meaning, got my information on, through my app, and I saw 9:30 for delivery, and I thought, oh man, another night load, what the heck's going on here? Went all day and all night till this morning when I got up. I don't know what I was thinking. See, we do military time when it comes to delivery time. So when I see 9:30, I'm just assuming it's 9:30 at night because we've been getting all these very poor delivery times. I'm looking at it this morning, I took a double take. I'm like, oh, it's 9:30 Monday morning delivery. So, man, I got together real quick, got a shower, went over to my truck, did my pre-trip, put my stuff in it, and I might have to do what's called an 8-2 split, and I'll try to explain that later on. But basically what it means is that you got to take a mandatory 10-hour break, but you can do what's called an 8-2 split, where I can do an 8-hour sleeper berth instead of a 10-hour, and then I just have to do 2 hours on duty time during that next shift. So that's basically how it works. So I might have to do that depending on how much time I have left when I park tonight. So if I can get 10 hours in and get it in, because it's about a 5-hour drive from where I stop in Cordell into Tampa. But now the problem is I'm going to have traffic come the morning on Monday getting it in, so I'm going to lose some time there. So I might have to leave a little earlier and do an 8-2 split. So, but we'll see. Just stay tuned, I'll let you folks know. But for now, I'm going to sign off, and I'll catch back up in a little bit. Hope everybody's having a good day, and we'll talk soon. All right, everybody, we are in Brooksville, Florida, and I thought I'd just come on here because I was listening to a radio program about everything going on with the fuel pricing and everything, and maybe I should look more into this, but maybe it just confused me a little bit just hearing what I heard, and maybe you guys can explain to me in the comments what's going on, because they're saying that, and I heard this the other day too, that fuel prices are going to go up because of this war with Russia and Ukraine, which I don't seem to understand, because I didn't think we get a lot of fuel from Russia or Ukraine. But they're saying like diesel fuel, which is about $4.25 right now, they're saying that it's going to go up to like $7 a gallon. Fuel prices for cars, which is like $3 something right now, saying it's going to go up to like California prices, like five something a gallon. And what they're saying is that the average person drives about 1,200 miles a month, 15,000 miles a year, or 12,000 miles a year. I forget what they said exactly, but they said that the average consumer with a vehicle that's 18 miles to the gallon, it's going to cost $1,600 more a year to fuel your vehicle, just to drive around to and from somewhere, to work, grocery store, whatever. And they're saying that these fuel efficient cars are now like 45 miles a gallon. They were talking about Toyota, and they're saying actually you could save then 2,000 miles a year, which I think is kind of cool. But think about it. What if gas prices were back to the way they were last year, let's say? How much money you could really be saving if you got one of those fuel efficient vehicles. But that's not the point. The point I'm trying to get at is I didn't realize, I mean, why would fuel prices go up as much as they have, number one, and why would they go up more because of Russia and Ukraine having a war? I didn't think we, like I said, get fuel from there. I know in the Persian Gulf and everything, I know we get like, I don't know, 15% or something like that of fuel from there. But, and it changed prices back when that war was going on, but I just didn't realize we got we get so much fuel from over there. So I don't know. Maybe you guys can comment at the bottom in the comments section and let me know what you think about that. But the other thing too, I thought was pretty cool. It was kind of weird. I was driving, I don't know, about a month ago, and I remember I was at a stoplight, and when I started out, I heard the car next to me, like, the engine started. I'm like, it looked like a brand new, like, Cherokee or something like that. I'm like, how'd that guy just stall an automatic transmission vehicle? And I just thought nothing of it. It happened again somewhere a couple weeks later or something like that. And just the other day I was driving, I had a Toyota Sienna and I think another Cherokee, newer vehicles, on the left side of me at a stoplight. A couple stoplights actually. And every time we start off, I kept hearing the cars starting. I'm like, why are people like turning their cars off? That's what I figured, you know? But come to think about it, I guess, and I've driven these cars before, like a rental car, where they're, I guess, hybrid, where they run partial electricity and partial fuel. So I guess because they're accelerating from a stop, that's when it goes into fuel mode. But what I'm just shocked about is that every time you come to a stoplight and you're stopped, you're in battery power, which I understand, saving fuel because you're running off electricity at that point. But then your engine is starting every time you accelerate from that stop. To me, I would think you'd wear your starter out. I mean, that's just me. I don't know. I used to be in automotive, and I've replaced starters many, many times just for normal use, starting your car and driving it and shutting it off and then starting it the next day or whatever, you know, whatever. But if these cars are all starting every traffic light, I'm just shocked by that. I mean, I would think that we go through a lot more starters, but I don't know. I don't know if folks can see this or not, but it's a little foggy up here. I can look at on my phone at the preview. It doesn't look that bad, but it's actually getting pretty foggy. I also hope you guys can see this clear enough because we're getting warm here in Florida again. I think yesterday hit like 90 or something like that. I know we're getting a cold front tomorrow, which we say cold front brings us down to like the 50s at nighttime and high 60s, low 70s daytime. That's cold front for us. But there's a lot more bugs out here now, so I'm getting a lot more bugs in the windshield, so I apologize about that. But in any case, I just thought I'd bring that up. And if it's also your first time to the channel and you like this channel, I do appreciate your support. Please smash that subscribe button in the bottom right corner. Also click on the bell. That'll alert you of any new videos that I put out, which I try to put out at least 2-3 videos a week. I try. Basically what I do is I used to keep my laptop with me where I'd film and then upload everything and do editing first and uploading. It takes a lot of time. So now what I do, because this is a dedicated route and I'm usually home every other night, but sometimes I might not be home for like 2-3 days. When I do get home though, that's when I do my editing and then upload the videos that I go back out the next day. So that's why I try to do as many videos as I can. But I'm trying to make it a little interesting in different ways because it's the same route. I'm not over the road anymore, so, but just trying to come up with different content, different ways of filming and so forth. But it gets tough sometimes. So I hope I'm not boring you guys, but trying my best. So anyways, I'll catch back up with you folks in a little bit, and hope everybody's having a good day, and I'll talk to you soon. Hey everybody, we're now in Bushnell, Florida. I don't like to talk anything political or politics on this channel, but just thought I'd bring up a question for everybody dealing with this Ukraine-Russia war, which I heard something yesterday that I thought was kind of, just something I was like, yeah, that's, you have to think about it for a minute. But long story short, the news was saying something about how, of course, Russia wants to take over Ukraine. And they're bombing and stuff like that and blowing buildings up and everything else and trying to get a hold of the capital and take it over and stuff like that. But then, like they were saying, like, if Russia wants to take over Ukraine, the more they blow up things, buildings and stuff like that, and if they do take over Ukraine, they have to spend all that money to rebuild. So I thought about it. I never really thought about that. I'm like, yeah, that's pretty smart, you know? So I'm just wondering, you know, why they haven't really just decided, hey, let's just go in there with, you know, our tanks and guns and just shoot people, you know, try to win the war that way. I'm just surprised that, you know, why would Putin want to destroy all those buildings and have to take all that money to rebuild? So just something they were bringing up in the news yesterday. It'd be pretty dumb on Putin's part to blow up everything, and then they got to rebuild. They got to take all that money to rebuild. But I don't know. And I thought it was kind of funny too. You know, this always happens. It seems like it's like, I guess when they tried to come in yesterday to Ukraine to take over the capital, I guess it is. The Russians were met with, you know, Ukrainians that are very fighting force. So supposedly Ukraine did really well trying to defend the capital. And I think there's about 450 Russian troops that were killed during that battle yesterday or last night. You know, it's always, I think, 7 hours different. So, but it was funny because Putin says, he comes on the news and says, well, not himself, but he was just stating, oh no, we haven't lost any Russians in this war yet. You know, no fighters. But Ukraine's like, yeah, we have like 450 your troops here that are dead. So yeah, you did. But it's just funny how Russia tries to say like, oh, we haven't lost anybody. So in any case, again, I don't want to talk politics, but I just thought that was kind of like a aha moment when I heard that. I'm like, yeah, why would you want to destroy all these buildings and have to rebuild them again if you do take over the country? So in any case, just something I wanted to bring up. But anyways, we'll keep continuing on. Looks like the fog is lifted in this area. So again, I will catch up with you soon, folks. Alright, so for some reason I'm getting pulled into the way station. Hopefully I'll just get a bypass. Being it's Sunday morning, there's not a lot of trucks in the road, so that's probably why I'm getting pulled in. But I'm empty, so I'm not carrying any weight or anything, but it's probably just because there's not a lot of trucks in the road, so I'm just getting pulled into, for whatever reason, it happens. But in any case, just thought I'd film going through here in case we would have to do a stop. I've also noticed that since COVID's pretty much gone, I guess you want to say, I've noticed a lot more way stations are open now. Or should I say, they've kind of been open, but they're pulling more people in. So far the arrow is green there to stay in the left lane, not get weighed, or go in to get checked out or anything, so we'll see. Yeah, it looks like I'm staying in the left lane. So this is just a bypass, basically. We run over some meters and so forth back there that kind of alert if you know, we're to go into the right there onto a scale. So pretty much, again, I'm empty, so there's no real reason for them to pull me in. So it's just a bypass lane, which you travel about 45 miles an hour just to get back on the highway again. So that was it. So let's merge back in here. Notice there's not a lot of trucks out here yet, which I'm kind of shocked about. I know it's Sunday and all, but usually I see a lot more trucks in the road, so I haven't seen many. I think only 2 have passed me so far in the whole time I've left Tampa, and I've probably already driven easily 130 miles already. In any case, I'll catch back up with you folks in a little bit. Just wanted to film that going through the way station, so I'll see you soon. And another thing, folks, I wanted to mention too, I started a TikTok channel, I don't know, a few months ago or something like that. And I'd like to start doing some live TikTok videos where I can answer questions and, film as I'm driving live. But I need 1,000 followers, and so far I only have I think 227. So if you could, I appreciate it. If you have a TikTok channel and you want me to do some live videos while I'm driving, please click on my TikTok channel and follow me. And that way, once I hit 1,000 followers is when I can start doing live videos. And when I do that, I can start, while I'm just driving down the road, I can answer questions as best I can. I have a tablet, so I can view the TikTok channel with larger font. And I ask everybody that would write in there to use capital letters, because it's a lot easier for me to read. But I just appreciate it. I'll put in there, up in the top right area of my front page of my YouTube channel, there's a link there to click on to my TikTok channel. So if you could follow me there, I appreciate that, and that way I can start doing some live content on there. But I just need 1,000 followers, so I do appreciate if you could do that for me. So that's it, folks, and again, we'll see you in a little bit. We're coming up on the agricultural station northbound on 75 here. And I just started recording because I know I'm going to get pulled in. We do every time. I don't see the flashing bypass. And let's see, my pre-pass went red, so which means I got to go in. So I know I've filmed this a few times, but I don't know why we get pulled in here. I'm empty, not that they know that, but we don't carry anything that's agricultural or anything like that. I know we can carry flowers and stuff like that in here, or through, in our trailers, but we don't, at least in the loads I take. But a lot of trucks pass by here. A lot of other mega companies, Warner and stuff like that, they'll just breeze right through, but I don't know why we have to. So in any case, so I'm pulling in. Sometimes they ask you what you're carrying. 90% or more of the time, 95% they don't ask you. So we'll see today if they do. A lot of times they just wave you on. I guess they have sensors or something, or because I know she waited there for a couple of minutes, or not a couple of minutes, a couple of seconds to wave me on. I think they have sensor detectors that pick up things. I don't know. Maybe that's what they do to figure out if they're going to pull you over or not. But in case, we made it through. So our next stop is going to be for a 30-minute break, which I'll do at the Pilot up off of exit 109 in Georgia. And I'll see y'all then. Well, everybody, welcome to almost Georgia. The reason I say that is because Florida has a "thanks for visiting" sign right up here on the right. And then we'll cross over into Georgia, and then you got a "welcome to Georgia" sign. So there's our "thank you for visiting Florida." And up here about 3/4 of a mile, we'll have a sign that says, "Welcome to Georgia." It's getting cloudy out here. I know they're calling for some rain, but I don't think it's going to be, well, up here it could be today. I know down my way in Central Florida, they're calling for it tomorrow, but it comes from the north first. So I didn't check the weather this morning up in Atlanta, or should I say Noonan, which is just south of Florida, about 20 miles. I'm sorry, south of Atlanta, about 20 miles. But it is what it is. And we'll probably get rain because I just washed my truck on, what was it, Friday. So, yeah, I'm sure I'll get rain. So, So there's our welcome to Georgia, and then we got another 109 miles until we get to the Pilot, where I'm going to take my 30-minute break.
Now crossing into Georgia, U.S.
And that's about it. It's been uneventful so far. No issues with traffic. Got a little congested here and there, but kept flowing at 65 miles an hour or more. No accidents. So hopefully it'll stay that way. And but I'll catch up to you folks in a little bit when we stop for our break. All right, everybody, we're in Cook, Georgia, and just gonna do a quick restroom break here at this rest area here in Cook, Georgia. And then we'll continue on about another hour until we get to the Pilot up off exit 109.
You have reached your destination.
Alright folks, I'll be right back. Alright, so we are on our way
Duty status has changed
to the Pilot for our rest break. Or 30-minute break, mandatory 30-minute break, whatever you call it. Nice being empty. You can get up to speed a lot quicker. When I was over even these loads, they're not too bad. 20 to, I think max I ever had is like 36 something, 36,000 pounds. But when I was over, but average is about 20 to 25,000, and actually less than that. I think about 16 to 18,000. But when I was over the road, oh man, I was always carrying. It seemed like 44,000 some pounds, and that would max me out with my tanks full of fuel. I'd be maxed out just shy of like 80,000 pounds. I'd be like 79,600. And man, I used to travel up through West Virginia and up to, you know, going north through 71 and through Virginia and so forth. And man, there are hills there. I'd be climbing and I could barely get over 24 to 25 miles an hour. It's just unbelievable. So I don't miss those days whatsoever. So, and these loads here, unless they're over, even when they are over 28,000, let me put it this way. I know I've said it before, but 28,000 and below, you can keep your tandems all the way forward. Anything over 20,000, sometimes I can get away up to 32,000, depending how the load is put into the box, the trailer, call it the box. I don't even have to move the tandems more than maybe, sometimes not at all, but sometimes, like when I was at 36,700, I believe it was, I moved the tandems about 3 or 4 pinholes towards the rear because it was weighted all the way to the back. So that way it shifted the load weight, so I'd have more on my tandem, more weight in the tandems than the front. So that's what you want to do when you move your tandems. You want to move it towards where your weight is. So if you have a lot of weight in the front of the trailer, you keep your tandems all the way up. Anything it's like a pivot point in the middle of the trailer. So if there's more weight towards the back, then you want to extend your tandems back further so you can distribute the weight better. Because you can't have any more than 12,000 on your steers, and you can't have any more than 34,000 on your drive axles on the tractor, and same on your trailer, 34,000. That's maximum. And then in some states, especially Florida, you need you can't have your tandems more than 41 feet past the kingpin on the trailer. So basically where it connects to the tractor, you can't have your tandems, well, let me explain it. There's two axles on the trailer. So dead center of all the tires in the back. So you have two axles. So in between two axles, you can't have that center point past 41 feet. Some states they'll give you more, 43 feet. But Florida is 41. You cannot be anything past that. If you weigh yourself and you're back as far as you can, you're still overweight, you got to go back to the shipper and have them either readjust the load or take some off. I've had that a few times. That's kind of a pain because sometimes you might go 20 to 50 miles to the nearest place you can scale, and I've had to go back. So waste a lot of time, but you got to do it sometimes. Other than that, just a little bit of info on how and when to set your tandem. So I'm not sure how much this is going to weigh picking up. The only downside is I did see we had purchased bar none. I'm not sure if it was really a full purchase or just to get them out of debt. But in any case, I'm not even sure if they're still with us as a company. But we had purchased about 200 of their trailers and moved them over tonight to our dry division. The only downside is they didn't do their older trailers. They didn't put the Knight logo on the side and the back like we have with ours, so they look a little funny. So supposedly that's the trailer I'm picking up. It says that's the trailer number is one of their trailers that was converted to a Knight trailer, but they used very, very small lettering on the side of the truck. I don't know why they did that, but in any case, that's what I'm picking up. But other than that, we'll see y'all when we get up to the pilot. Hope again everybody's having a good day, and I'll see you soon. Alright, we're just coming up on exit 109 here for our half-hour break. It's funny, I noticed at this pilot, they have two entrances to this pilot. I mean, there always is when you go to these rest stops, or I'm sorry, these travel centers like Love's and stuff like that. But what's weird is the first exit is for cars, and the the first entrance is for cars, and the next one is for trucks, but it doesn't tell you that, and most of them do. So there's like a dirt spot. People go down in the first entrance and they go over a curb, which could damage a fuel tank or something. So they really should put truck entrance, as the second entrance, but they don't. So it's kind of weird. I learned it the hard way. I didn't go into it, but I started to, and I was like, oh, this doesn't look right. And I pulled out of it and went to the next entrance. probably could have gone. I'm gonna go. I didn't know he was gonna stop back there. Yeah, see, I don't know if the sign, maybe the sign's just missing there, but you gotta go into this one here.
Your destination is on the right.
And there it says truck entry and exit. But they should really tell you on the first one. There's probably reserved parking over here, but it's daytime, so we can just park here. Actually, there's a couple of them are reserved, but get a little bit of blindside backing in the spot. Straighten her out a little bit here. Alright folks, I will be right back. Alright, so we did our break and now we're off to Noonan.
Jet plane duty status has changed to drive.
Tell you what, I was looking at my time here and it looks like I'll be arriving somewhere around 7, probably, no, not 7. Well, could be. It says 6:45. Is this going to be a close? Be really close getting here by 9:30 tomorrow morning, unless I do some changes. Because it says I have 5 hours and, well, it'll take me 5 hours and 20 minutes to get to basically to the Cordell Loves after I pick this up.
I-75
And I think I saw I only had like 5 hours and 38 minutes of drive time, so it only gives me a little less than 20 minutes of leeway for traffic or stuff like that. I got enough in my 14 hour, but I'm not going to have enough in my 11. So I got to figure it out because I need to be shut down at a certain time to be able to make it by 9:30 tomorrow morning, because I need about, I believe, 5 hours to get in from the Cordell Loves. I think it's 5 hours, like 4 hours and 53 minutes, but that's without traffic and so forth. So it's gonna be close, but we're gonna see what we can do. Right now we just got to keep trucking on and get there and just get her done. So next stop's Noonan, so I will see y'all then. And again, I hope everybody's having a good day. And if this is your first time here, or if you like my previous videos and want to subscribe, I do appreciate that. Just smash that subscribe button down there in the right corner, and then click on the bell. It'll alert you for future videos. I appreciate that too. And I will talk to y'all soon. Well, I got 7 miles on this stretch of road here on 75 to get off on exit 205, and I ran into my first traffic delay in about 420 miles. It's just my luck. Don't know if there's an accident up here or what's going on, but this never gets traffic here in this area, so I don't know what's going on. I know they do some tree work around here during the week, but I don't think this is it. Maybe I'll turn my Google on here and see what they say here. See how long this is backing up here on Google Maps. Let's see. Red. I don't see an accident showing up, but it's showing red all through here for the next probably 5 miles or so. I don't know what's going on. The only thing I could figure is maybe something. No, nothing's happening on the other side of the road. It's just my luck. In any case, I'm not gonna bore you with all this slow down traffic, but I just want to let you know we're in Milner, Georgia, or Lamar. It gives me 2 different towns, but we're almost there. We're only about 50 miles total, but this is just a slow up for me that I really don't need time wise, but I guess it is what it is. So I'll see y'all Kellogg's, or actually I'll probably film a little bit before that, because there's a different way to get to this facility than it was the last 2 facilities. So you kind of go through the town of Griffith. It's a little tight in some areas, but it's got a couple roundabouts. I think 2 or at least 2, if not 3 roundabouts. So I'll film that. Just a couple areas, going through there. So anyway, I'll see you up in the next clip. So this is State Route 16 cutting across Georgia between I-75 and I-85, or actually 85, Interstate 85. So where we go to Kellogg's is just before we get to 85, literally a quarter mile. So this cuts out a lot of the traffic from McDonough, which I used to complain about before in my past videos, and also cuts out going around the airport anymore. It's probably the same time because I go through a town called Griffith. You go through East Griffith, then you go through Griffith. So Griffith is a small town, but it's enough that it does. The roads get a little narrow. It's through town with a lot of traffic lights, but 2 or 3 roundabouts, like I said. And but I'll take this way over going the other way because of traffic. But I've only taken this maybe 2 or 3 times now during the week. One of the other drivers said during the weekend he had a lot of traffic through here, so I don't know, but that was his first time going through here, so maybe he just was just so used to driving on the highway he thought it was a lot, but don't know. But in any case, like I said, I like this way because it just it goes to the countryside most of the way. Probably 3/4 of the way is through the countryside, like you see here, besides going through the town of Griffith. And there's like another 1 or 2 small towns, but in any case, that's about it. So there's not much to see here, especially it's turned into a dreary rainy day. I hit a pocket of rain coming up here. It's just kind of drizzling now, but we'll just continue to truck on. We've got about 38 miles to go, and we'll be at Kellogg's, so I'll see y'all soon. Alright, so this is the town of Griffith, Griffin, Georgia. And this is where it gets a little tight. It's a truck route, but I think they're made for trucks back in the day, which were shorter and not sleeper cabs, but we make it through. Yeah, it's about the same amount of traffic I have during the week so far. No more, no less. I think the other driver, like I said, was just maybe just not used to driving through town, going to Kellogg's. And it's just an older town. Sometimes I like these older towns, especially to walk through, because you got some neat little shops, real historic, and probably been around these stores for 50, 60 or more years probably. The only thing about this stretch here, coming from 75, about 40 miles of nowhere to pull over. So if my truck broke down, I'm broke down right in the middle of the roadway because there's no place to pull over in these shopping centers. There just isn't enough room. So my GPS has gone crazy. I don't know why. Hasn't done that before. Probably because of the clouds. It's telling me to turn right then left and turn right and left. Hope it's not pouring when I get up here to Kellogg's. Up ahead it looks really either foggy, rainy, or something. I got my rain gear, just don't feel like pulling it out. Yeah, the trucking world is not always highway. You're on side streets like this, just like in, many places in Arkansas. I've traveled roads like this, up and down hills, going around turns in the woods. I mean, it's unbelievable how tight those roads get. You can go for 100 miles that way, just trying to get to a paper mill. And I've driven it at nighttime. I've had to leave one time at like 2:30 in the morning, drive that 100-mile stretch through fog and up hills, twisty turns through the trees and stuff. It's not fun because you don't know if a deer is going to jump out, if a car is going to jump out, or something. You just don't know. You got to be really, really cautious because those turns, you got your left front tractor wheel on the line coming over a hill, and your right trailer tire is barely on the white line, if not hugging the grass or whatever little tiny shoulder you got there on the right. So it gets pretty treacherous. So this isn't too bad, trust me. But anyways, we're gonna be leaving the town of Griffith. Might film a little bit more once we get into the wide open again, because it's kind of nice. I mean, it's not a great day outside, but just nice that there's no, it's just wide open. Just nice stretch of road that has some roundabouts. Maybe I'll catch a couple of those. But in any case, folks, I'll catch you in a little bit.
Go straight at the roundabout, second exit, onto Flynn Road. Take the next exit.
Now this roundabout coming up is a tighter roundabout. I don't even know why they even made it, because it's just so small compared to the other two we just went through.
At the roundabout, take the second exit onto Georgia 16.
This one you just don't know who's going to be yielding around or what. You just don't know.
Take the next exit.
Yeah, it's pretty dangerous. Because everybody just, it's in a real small area right there. They just have a real small turnabout there. So, but we make it. So next stop is Kellogg's. About 8 miles.
Left curve ahead. 2 miles, turn right onto Crossing Bypass.
Alright, so we're coming up from Kellogg's up here in a few minutes or less. It still doesn't have this routed, well, GPS doesn't have the road connected down here, which is Campus Drive. They don't have it connected to 16 here. But it's pretty much over this little hill to the just bend to the right here and go down a little hill, and it's right there on the right hand side. And then 85 is, you can't see it because it goes over 85, but it's up there about a quarter mile the road goes up a hill, and then you go up and over 85. So this is the new Kellogg's warehouse complex here. I think it's a shame is they can't park here overnight. There's no room on the street here, which we used to have room on the street. We don't have that anymore. And they don't let you park in on the facilities here. All right, folks, well, I'll check in, and then probably this will end this video, and then we'll start the next video up, heading out here, going to Lakeland Sam's Club. So we'll see you in a little bit.